Hello. Okay, we are back, and this is our third video here, and we're going to be walking through the template and planner paycheck to paycheck. Now, I told you earlier in the welcome video that I'd give you a little history here so that you and I can connect. This is my coaching side. You and I can connect with how paycheck to paycheck came around. So currently I have two financial planners available. I have a budget planner, and that actually builds more on your financial resources, keeping them organized and increasing. Well, let me see. 3 years ago, when COVID hit, my husband was involuntarily retired. And I think many of you can probably identify with me that it caused financial, don't really want to use the word strain, but that's the one that comes to mind. So it put me in a place where I'd really had to pinch down and take a hard look at our finances. So I was using the template that is provided in the budget template planner. I use that every day. But then I got to a point when I just needed to have a better look at my finances on a monthly basis, meaning I knew exactly what was coming in at the first of the month, the mid of the month, and the end of the month, so that I could actually address them and know what was going out of my account and what was coming into my account at certain points of time in the month. And it really helped me. Well, if it helps me, I know that it will help you. It gives us just that much more of a peace of mind so that we can see how and where our finances are going in the month, right? So let me open it up. We're going to walk through it. Now, before we go and we open up, the reason why it's important. Now, if you snoop through my website at all, you will see that I am totally a believer that God increases us. God brings us resources. I'm here. This is a resource for me that I share with you. I learned how to journal so that I can learn how to hear God's voice. And it has increased from there. So you know now how the business was birthed in my life. Okay, so let me open up. I'm going to share my screen once again. If you have any questions, even a testimony about what is going on here today, even that God led you here to be helped and encouraged, yay, I really want to hear that. There is on the website, there's an easy connect with Kristen. It's Kristen at KristenWabeck.com. It does encourage me to hear your stories. Let's open that up. Let me share my screen. Okay. There we are. So you know it's very much a very practical. Oops, I opened it. I was going to clean it up. There we go. Yep, I wanted my background to be all nice and clean here for you. All right, so here we are. So starting in 2023, actually mid, let me switch this up. Go to title. All right. You know the heart of this, right? And the heart of it, that means there's hope written throughout it. There is an encouraging affirmation on absolutely every template because you know it is not God's design for us to be living paycheck to paycheck, but He does help us with our stewardship. So I can just hear single moms out there. Maybe there's other couples that are going through retirement or something happened in your life that you really need to take a finer tooth comb with your finances. You are in the right place. All right, so let's walk through this together. Now you're asking me, what did she do here, right? What did she do here? Okay, so you have you have 3 imported notebooks, correct? Let's just let me show you how to rename them. They become your own. So here is the home, the notes, and the notebook toolbar. Right here is the notebook that you are in. I'm going to assume that most of you are beginners to some point in time as far as using Evernote. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be listening to this particular video. So here in the notebook, this is the notebook here. We are in sort options. I have it listed in sort options, so it's title. It's not update, it's not created, it's title. The reason why it's title so that they are organized according to month. I put the A, the B, C so that they would be alphabetical for you. So I created this in the month of March in 2023. Then we'll go April, May, pretty self-explanatory. For 2024, you obviously have January and February. Okay, so that is how you're set up here in sort options. You're in title so that it organizes it properly. Now let's go one over. I'm going to go past add filters because that is just more of a search option. Let's go here to view options and click on. So you are looking at my account in the snippet cards. Here's cards here. Let me show you how it looks different. And here's snippet. Side list and top list are text only. I'm a very visual person, so I prefer the snippet. And that's why I went to the trouble to make all these graphics so that it is easy for you to recognize where you are and what note you are working in. I prefer snippets. And so there you are. Okay, next, let's change right here in more actions in the ellipsis, which is the 3 dots. You go, what did she call it? It's called an ellipsis. Those 3 little dots that you see everywhere. Okay, here, if you click on more actions, there you go. You can rename your notebook right here. Now, this little F2 that's for people who's totally into shortcuts on their computers, on their computer keyboard. F2 will get you there. I don't necessarily work from shortcuts, at least in that particular area. This is where you would rename your notebook. You click it, and then you can take away the imported. I would leave the lettering here so it stays in the same organization that I created it. I'll show you over in the journals, which I didn't download, okay? Oh, right, let's cancel here. So this is where you would rename it. You could keep it paycheck to paycheck 2023 because that is where it is at, okay? Now, actually, I should have downloaded the 3rd one. You got a minute? I'm going to do that real quick because I don't like to write and I'm going to be manipulating in them. So let me do that real quick, all right? You can actually watch. Let me see. I'll do it here. Actually, I can pause the video and get to it really quick. Okay, stop share. I can pause the video. I'm back. My goodness, so much happened. I downloaded the journal, the notebook that has the journal. And then my husband came home and da. So here we are. All right, let me share screen. And here we are back to where we were. Okay, so this, now you're going, well, why did she need to do that? Well, if I'm working from the imported ones, then I am leaving the originals without me making notations like this, making notations. I keep them pure. I need to do that because sometimes when I do updates on the originals or the master files, then sometimes that's where my updates come from. Okay, so here we are. I don't have to worry about it. So this is March of 2023. Now, each one of your paycheck to paycheck. There we go. Let me make it as big as possible here. There you are. I'm going to leave this open currently. Each one of them, why does it say October? There's March. Each one of them has a calendar there so you can always visualize the month. Most of my planners, I do not make them dated, just so that you can continue to use them. But it was really important that I make it dated because we're working from within a month. Okay, let me show you how this works. And if I may share you with my headship quote here, it says, it's never a waste of time or money to invest in yourself. So I want to say, well done. You've invested in yourself, and that is why you're here. Yay. No matter the source, you're investing in you. True wealth begins inwards and emits its light outward into everything else, including the people that you surround yourself with. And here we are today, right? Yay. So well done. You invested in you. You invested in your finances. You invested in us together. And God looks on that and he says, yes, yes, and amen. Woohoo. There we go. All righty. Now, normally, I'm going to do that in the next one. Okay. These are set, organized, and ready for you to just dig into every single month. So we have the first of the month. Now I'm putting generalization here, and you will go in, you will change these numbers, but they're coordinated. So this yellow here's coordinated with the yellow portion of the month. The same thing with the mid-month, the 5th through the 10th, because some people get paid the 1st to the 5th, they get paid from the 10th to the 15th, or they get paid again from the 15th to the 20th. So that's my thinking here. That's how our finances come in at different portions of the month. My husband has a part-time job. We have his Social Security. And then, of course, I am an entrepreneur and I have my fingers in several different kinds of things. So the deposits money is coming in throughout the month. And that's why it was important for me to create a month-to-month visual so I could see where our finances were. I know this is going to help you. So the blue is here. Let me show you if you want to add. Right there is if you want to add more color into it. It's totally up to you. You can make this your own. And then the violet is here for the mid-month. This is quarter month, mid-month. And then, of course, the final end of the month that's where I pay my utilities, except for my phone, because the utilities, if we need to pinch it a little bit, the utilities can be pinched. Whereas those things like the mortgage and stuff that are based on credit reports, there's no moving the date. You understand. Okay. And then we have the auto pays. This right here in your auto pays, of course, you can change it, but you could take that. You could see how I highlighted it. You can copy and paste it, and you could put that anywhere that you already have auto pays set into your monthly account. So if this is a Saturday, we go up here, say it's Saturday, March the 24th. So if it's Saturday, March the 24th, because you looked right up here, it is the fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. So it is the 4th Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then say you were going to have an auto pay. Auto pay of, say, your car payment, you would copy and paste it. There we go. Auto pay. March 24th. Okay, so you could set it up that way. And since it is in between the 15th and the 28th, you would add, you could change this to car payment. Got it? That's how that works. And then you could actually put in your color there. Now you're getting the visual of how it moves, okay? And there you are. So for us, our mortgage payment, and then we have a HELOC, which is a signature line that's on our home. You have car payment, bank cards, utility, phone. It's really general. How I set it up is up to you to change it and move it and make it to your financial needs, okay? And there you go. And then you'll put it into your calendar every month, okay? Sometimes it changes, right? So one of my bi-monthly things is paying our trash, which is utility. And so that's bi-monthly. And I move that accordingly. Now I want to show you, once you set this part up here, once you set it up to make it color coordinated, you put in your own bills, your own payments, your own auto pays, okay? Then down below here, I'm going to get back to that. Down below here, you can break it out. You can put your balances, your monthly payments, and then this is where I do paid. Obviously, that's pretty self-explanatory. So if you go over here, say that I have more than one checking account. That's why there's two registers. And if we did our mortgage, which was, let's keep it simple, $1,500, right? So now this is where I actually begin to build a check register, is right here. And say I paid it on that Tuesday. So we go 1,500. And I'm always letting myself know what day that I paid it. And then right here, I would notify it right in there. I would say that it's paid. Now I have another secondary step here from this. This is where, if I paid it here, this is where I would put the confirmation number. I keep all those things at records because there are times that you need to keep the confirmation number, or if you need to put a screenshot of the payment, because remember, we're doing everything digital and online. This is where you could just drop in your screenshot or your PDF that you downloaded from the company, which is your receipt of payment. You could drop it in right here, and it's perfectly recorded for you for the month. Say we're working in March, it's perfectly recorded. You have all of the numbers of the transaction. You have your proof. Okay, so you can see how it works. You need to build it and you need to arrange it according to your needs. Insurance, health insurance, secondary insurance, and then your utilities. It's obvious. And then at the bottom, we have your giving, you have cash flow, pet, food, fun, family. You get the idea. And then there are things that are annual payments. So for me as an entrepreneur, my annual payments would be for my hosting, my podcast, those kind of things. Sometimes you have your taxes. Those would be an annual payment. This is the location where you would be putting that. Okay. You're getting the flair of it. Now here's your normal check register, just like we were doing it, paper and pencil. You're going to subtract it here. And then throughout the month, I'm going to always leave where I have how much money I have available. So this is a cash flow kind of a system, right? To help you keep peace of mind so that you can look ahead and say, I have this much here. This is coming in here, and this is what needs to be paid here. It works really good, okay? So you with me here? All right. Next, this little hint here is because if you have filled this whole section out here, and that's the reason why these are not dated. That's the reason why the internal calendar is not dated, because it changes. The only thing that remains the same here is your header, and it always has the correct calendar for you. But this is the gem for Evernote. So the very first time that you fill this out and you make it personal, right? You don't have to do that every month. I will show you the trick, okay? So you fill this out, then you're going to go like this. And do you see those 4 dots here? This is a table. You want to highlight the table right there in those little 4 square dots. Did you see that? Okay, I'm trying to go really slow here. You're going to learn a lot about Evernote, and it's quite easy. So we're going to highlight the table. This is where the table came in, right here. Okay, we're going to, it's all in blue. So everything here that you have added personally for your details and your breakdown, you want to be able to transfer that and put that in month to month. I couldn't put in your personal stuff like that. I could only put in generalization. Well, this is where you make it easy and convenient. You want to, once it's highlighted blue, you're going to right click and you're going to copy it. Dun, dun, dun. Let me make, okay, this is, so this is, say you want to transfer it forward for April, okay? Copy and paste it, copy. Then we're going to pop over to April. Scroll down, alrighty. Now, oh, right, here we're back here. We're going to highlight the details and breakdown. We're going to right click, and instead of copy this time, we're going to put paste. Dun, dun, dun. So feasibly, you saw the April, that was the only change here. So all of your records have come forward for every month. It makes it so much easier. And so then at every month at the beginning, all of your notations, you want to transfer that over into your fresh month so you don't have to redo all of the personalization, okay? All right, let me show you how to do it up here. So say you want the calendar part, the month, that stays bare because say maybe you were sick for 3 days and your paycheck's going to be smaller for the 3 days. The month is kind of going to change. Maybe your deposit for your paycheck is going to be less 3 days. So you're going to have to itch a little bit, right? You can tell she has been there and she's done that, right? So that means that maybe your phone bill is not going to get paid till the next deposit. So I would leave this particular section bare, but all of your notations are going to be the same. This is how you would do it. You would highlight that. So now all we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste your personalization over to April. You can see how it works. You would right click this so that it would always take your repetitive personalization into each month. Same deal. Now, did you see how I did that? I didn't highlight it from the 4 squares. That takes the entire table. I took this right here. Did you see that? I'll do it again. Watch. It shows all of the different columns. This is considered These are the columns. They go up and down. The rows, you see that? The rows go side to side. Columns are up and down. Rows are side to side. Okay, so I go to the very first column. I touch on it, click it so that it turns blue. I copy it. Same thing. I would go to the next month right here, do the same thing again, click on the table, click at the top. You would right click and paste it so all of your personalization that you had put in actually transfers every month. Pretty simple, isn't it? Yep. Because all of that work to make it your own, you want to transfer that forward every month. So that's the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to transfer that in every month. Super easy. It's really easy how to drive this. And everything is right in front of you. So you have peace of mind. You know where you are at every month, because sometimes we have distractions, right? Something comes up, a distraction, like for us, January this year, the water heater went out. Okay, so that's a distraction. That was let me see, how much was it? About $1,500 for us to get that fixed. Even though we had secondary insurance, it was about $1,500 when we got back. That is a distraction. So I have to be able to wiggle that in, and this is how that it works for me. It's great, isn't it? Wonderful. Emergencies, yeah, or all of a sudden your kids come home and they're going somewhere, they need new coats, new something. Distractions happen, right? And we don't want to let those distractions or regular life living, we don't want them to throw our budget out of balance or our peace of mind. Yay, you got the gist of it. It's so easy. And I made it all for you. You know how to drive it and move it, right? Again, we are copying and pasting your personalization in the first column, and that you copy and paste it and flow it throughout your entire year. And if you make changes, say you pay off one of what I call the nasty bills, right? Credit cards. Yeah, if you pay it off, then obviously that's not going to transfer over because you paid it off, woohoo! And then you remove it from your first column because it is paid off. Yay! Okay, moving forward. Now, one of the most important things, and I put it over here, and I had to go back. So this is the same thing, paycheck to paycheck. For 2024, you are set up and you're ready to conquer. Okay, next is the paycheck to paycheck journals, right? Now the journals drives a little bit different. So this is a daily journal. This is a gratitude journal. This is an annual planner in a glimpse. And then I threw in a Christmas budget because, Christmas comes every year, birthdays, holidays, weddings, and we need to add that to our budget. This drives much the same way. Online shopping, gift lists, friends, family. You could put weddings, events, charity, shipping events. It is there for you. Aha, yay. Now, the different thing about your journal's notebook is, here's your daily journal. You only have one. So right here at the top, it says, remember to duplicate a clean copy. Because you have one, this is important. And what is my saying? Does anybody remember? Yes, I guarantee one well-used daily journal can change your life. Absolutely, it can. Why is that? Well, journaling taught me how to hear from God. Journaling taught me how to keep my records and organize and everything. I have over 20 years. Yes, I started in paper and transferred over digitally, found that Evernote was the best. And you know the rest of the story. So if this is a clean copy, you don't want to write on it. You want to go all the way over here to the other ellipsis that says more actions in the upper right-hand corner. Click on it. Two things. If you have a free account, then you will duplicate and keep a master. If you have a paid account, you can save it as a template. So let's go ahead and duplicate it, because you want to, this is the daily journal. This is what drives the heartbeat of you. This is taking care of you. When you take care of you, yes, you're getting my coaching stuff now. When you take care of you, then when you're driving your paycheck to paycheck, you remain encouraged. It's your heartbeat here. So here we are over here, and see, it's called daily journal copy. What you could actually do here is you could actually write master. So this would be the master copy that you would actually, your clean copy that you would duplicate every day. I have one journal. It's actually a gratitude journal that I use absolutely every day. It's very simple. Okay, let's go up and play with this. Play with the daily journal here. And it says, yes, you can. There you are. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. And the third way is to be kind. Yes, Mr. Rogers, thank you very much. Isn't that the simplest of affirmations? And it applies across the board. In any environment that I'm working in, to be kind begins in here and it comes out here, and it helps me. Okay, so you have your daily routine. Now, this is not the taskbar, because if you have a free account, the taskbar doesn't work across everything, everywhere. So I actually made it using emojis. But it is your daily routine and your self-care, which is huge. Read, meditate, devotions, exercise, watch, stretch, walk, and stretch. And of course, stay hydrated. Drink your water. I need to fill my bottle up. Okay, yay. And something else that's really important, make sure that I thank the people who helped me. The people who helped me best today, I want to thank them and take care of them and let them know that I appreciate them. Of course, appointments, projects, and yes, I threw some French in there. I like French. I'm connected that way. For a valiant heart, nothing is impossible. Then you have your grocery list, your schedule calls, home goods, hardware, nursery, hospitality, stationery. It's really self-explanatory. Make it your own. And there you go. And let me show you this. You've already learned this little trick here, right here. We're highlighted. Oh, see, she's doing it again. We are highlighting it. And that way you can actually take your grocery list with you. And it can change all the time. You can take it with you on your phone. So all you have to do is have the app on your phone, and then you can have a little Evernote widget, and it can be on your very front of your smartphone, and you take your grocery list with you. Super easy, right? There you go. You get the gist of it. There's one thing I would like to share with you. It is not necessarily common knowledge. Now, this little snippet down here, there you go. If you duplicate or you save a template, the very first photo that you add to that new note is going to show up in your snippet bars, in your snippet thing here. Okay. But right here, this is where you put your screenshots in, your Pinterest saves, your YouTubes, all of that fun stuff. that the internet provides for us, so that maybe you're reading a book online right here, YouTube's. I have some music here that you could actually watch. Click. I saved them for you. So this is relaxing piano music, and it's there for you. If you don't like piano music, just go get your favorite music share from YouTube and put it here in your notes. So every time you come to a daily journal, you have your music. Here we go. Watch. Let me turn it down. So now I've got music that's already embedded for my journaling. This is really great, isn't it? Yeah, so now you're journaling, you're having your devotion time, you're making your to-do list, and you have music that you like already encouraging you. Isn't that neat? Yeah, did you know you could do that? And there you go. You can fill out your journal and you are organized. You're ready to go for the day. There we go. And at the bottom, what did you win at today? Did you change anything? Yes, you changed something because you purchased a planner with the best intentions to overcome financially. Write that in right there. Now, what is Saturday Flow? Saturday Flow is just a little coaching trick that's absolutely wonderful because we're always growing, right? I'm an entrepreneur. I would imagine that a lot of you are entrepreneurs. So, what Saturday Flow does, if you have a creative idea like, oh, I could make this and I could sell this. This is exactly where your Saturday Flow. You take your creative ideas. Maybe you are a gardener and you got this creative idea for how you were going to landscape a certain area in your yard. This is exactly where Saturday Flow goes. Say you were going to buy a tree and you were going to plant some annuals, and maybe you collected some Pinterest ideas and put them in right here. So designs and stuff, you pop them in right here, right? And then what you do is that every Saturday, you sit down, you read your journaling Monday through Saturday, and you take those little projects and creative things and you keep them going forward on Saturday. So on every Saturday, you can actually see what you have begun work on, what you're midway, and what you've accomplished. So you never lose your creative idea. And that's called Saturday Flow. You always update and bring all your creative stuff forward and put them here on Saturday. So that when Saturday comes around, I need to work on this next week. I need to go to the nursery and I need to buy those bulbs or annuals or perennials, right? And what kind of tree do I want? Yes, what would be the best for my yard? You get the idea here. That is what Saturday Flow is. Yay. Okay, there we are. Now we are in the gratitude journal. You can drive your whole life from a gratitude journal. It is self-explanatory. I don't need to show you how it works and how it drives, right? Here's your annual planner. It's a glimpse. So if you had your Aunt Joseph is going to get married in June. This is where wedding. Aunt Joseph, that's hysterical. Your Uncle Joseph. I can spell uncle. Uncle Joseph and Brienne are getting married, right? So it might be June 2nd. And it's an evening wedding, 7:00. That is where you would put that. So you have a visual of your year. Okay. So before you get started though, because if you want to save this planner, you want to save a clean copy, but this is for 2000. 2023. There we go, 2023. And so you can lay out your entire year for all of those special occasions and events and timetables that you need to accomplish. There you are. See, that was pretty simple. One last thing I'd like to share with you. So when you get to the end of 2024 and you get to about November, I left you a little reminder here to come and visit me so that you can purchase the Paycheck to Paycheck 2025, right? I got all those little reminders here for you. Now, I think that's enough for the day, isn't it? Again, I have lots of other help videos over there in the playlist. You can pop over there. I hope that you feel encouraged. I'm encouraged sitting here sharing these little wisdoms that I have been taught and I use every single day that helps me to overcome. And I actually see God's hand increasing me. I absolutely do. And now you know how I do it. We've shared it. And you know how God feels about unity and oneness. Absolutely. Okay. You have an absolutely blessed day. If you need to email me, you can email me at Kristen@KristenWombat.com. You can also connect with me through my website at Let's Connect. If you purchase through Etsy, they have a really dandy messaging there. You can message me directly from your purchase and ask me a question. Lots of things. I'd really love to know how God is working through your life and what this template meant to you. Okay? You can do it and have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. And I'm trusting that we're going to talk again soon, real soon. Okay? Bye now.